In the last video, we played in the sweatiest Mario Kart World online lobby imaginable, and in today's video, we are doing a full 180-degree pivot because we are showcasing all of the best intermissions, or as we call them, straight lines. It is no secret that I do not like the way Nintendo made it so you only play the intermission, then one lap of the track at the very end. However, maybe some of these really cool intermissions will change my mind. There are over 200 and we've seen many of them, but there's still quite a few secrets left to uncover. Be sure to give your thoughts on Nintendo's cataclysmic shift to the Mario Kart formula we knew and loved for 25 plus years, as it has been flipped on its head for better or for worse with Mario Kart World. Ladies and gentlemen, really fun video today. We are going to be playing through all the best intermissions sent to me by Esjero. He went through all 200 plus and he picked his favorite ones and he shared them. We're gonna try them out today. Starting things off, Whistle Stop Summit to Choco Mountain. And if you guys are fans of the intermissions, you guys think they're really cool, and you have not enjoyed me slandering them the last 2 weeks, well, this video is for you, for all the intermission lovers. Let's be honest, not all 200 could be boring, right? Some of them should be pretty fun and interesting. Also, I didn't realize if I held A, it was gonna shoot me into the wall. Should have been paying attention. Okay, here we go. First intermission, and I am pretty sure I have seen this one before. I already recognize it. Oh, that was awesome. Yeah, so this one has a good start. Like we're already doing some curvy stuff. Looking at the mini map, there's a straight section in the middle. I believe this is the one with the tornado, which like I'm here for it. If you guys haven't seen it, this one's really cool. And you know, we're gonna be hosting our own rooms in the future. Definitely doing some 12-player stuff. It's not all gonna be 24-player, but regardless, you know, I'm not opposed to showing off some of the intermissions in my rooms. Like maybe we'll make it. I got random greened again. Are you serious? Yeah, like maybe we'll actually allow some of the intermissions. We're definitely gonna ban 90% of them, but maybe we'll allow 5 or 10 of them because you can pick whatever level you want when you're doing rooms. So people could pick the intermission they want. They don't have to pick from 3 options. You could set it that way, which is super cool. Look at this. Go. See, this is awesome. This is interesting. It's something different. And I'm sure that's what we're going to be seeing today. We're going to be seeing a lot of intermissions that feature unique mechanics that we're not used to seeing on the racetracks or on the regular intermissions. It should be a good time. What a great start here for those of you who've not seen the tornado. Really cool. And we're going to be ending it, of course, with a track at the end. So yeah, I've seen this first one, but I guarantee I will not have seen most of them, I would say, because online, like I mentioned, like people are not picking the intermissions. If you watch my last 2 worldwide videos, there's like not a single intermission played in 2 worldwides, which equates to over 2 hours, probably about 2.5 hours of gameplay. So, you know, we're around 9,000 VR at the time recording this. We have a little under 8,900, so we can get back to 9,000 in just a few good races. But yeah, the real truth is once you get to these higher ratings at the end here. Oh my gosh, Charging Chuck, leave me alone. Okay, we're good. Yeah, like people stop picking the intermissions, like straight up. They just don't pick them anymore, and it makes sense. Like it really does, because the actual tracks themselves, like they're so much easier to practice with time trials. People feel more confident playing the actual tracks, and they're just more interesting in general. But it doesn't mean all the intermissions are boring. Like some of them could be pretty good. This one's much more interesting than the average one. Not surprised that this is one of Esjero's favorites. Cannot wait to see the next group of intermissions he has planned. He has a list of his favorites, and then the second half of the list, he has his like next list. Like he has the, you know, the S tiers, and then he's got the A tier intermissions essentially. So we're playing the S tier ones and some of the A tier ones. But what's interesting is I can tell you right now, this is already not one of my personal favorites, just because it spits you out on Choco Mountain and you don't even get to play a full lap. I think that's criminal. Nintendo, like, they made a really good game. I definitely don't think it's a perfect game, but I'm beyond impressed with the track design. Like the tracks themselves are so good. And then, oh, blue shell. And then like the intermission gimmick works really well on Knockout Tour. I think if they add more rallies, people will feel differently about the intermissions. But yeah, like the game is incredible. I just hope there's more tracks added, and we're gonna see how we feel about all these intermissions. Next up, we have DK Spaceport all the way to Peach Stadium. Not sure if I've seen this one before, but yeah, I mean, with 200 intermissions, like I still don't think I've seen at least half of them, if I'm being honest. We'll see though, we'll see. Maybe I'll have seen all of them and I'll realize I've seen more of this game than I expected. Let's see what's going on this one. This one looks a little bit familiar so far. Oh yeah, no, I've seen this one before. This one's really cool. Yeah, I've seen this one once or twice. Yeah, really awesome. We got, you know, Robo Donkey Kong here at the beginning. Almost got hit. Okay, we're good. We're not gonna get destroyed. And yeah, it looks like we're gonna be racing the full Peach Stadium at the end. Now, Nintendo could like fix the intermissions. I don't know how much effort it would require, but like, there's a clear like complaint I see with people, and it's just, you know, you drive one lap of the track, or in the last intermissions case, half of the lap. I think if like there were 2 laps, if you played the straight line and then you played 2 laps, I don't think like people would care as much. You can go like that. It's so cool. It's so cool. I don't remember seeing the giant manta ray, so loving that. I see a helicopter too. Can we ride inside the helicopter? Maybe. Might just be a free roam thing. Yeah, I've definitely seen this one though. I think this one is on Knockout Tour, and it would make sense that they have like the best intermissions featured on Knockout Tour. That would totally make sense. However, I'm sure we're gonna see plenty today that are not in Knockout Tour. They're gonna blow our minds. Because so far, 2 in, and I've seen both of them, and I think plenty of you will probably seen these as well. Not entirely sure. But so far, my favorite intermissions when they've been chosen in rooms. Whoa, can I go in the jet ski? This isn't really a jet ski, this is like a speedboat. Look at this. Why am I going so slow? I'm going really slow. Can I speed up? Okay, sure. What in the world is happening? That's, I think, the first time I've done that, like in an actual race. Yeah, I've definitely played this one, even though I didn't recognize these speedboats. Oh, yes, please. Yo, we're in a helicopter, let's go! This is crazy! I don't want it to end. Can we just stay? No, I was having so much fun. All right, the only thing we're missing is the UFO. We gotta find the UFO. Maybe we'll be able to find the UFO today. Maybe it's coming up the next intermission. We have no idea. Yeah, see, I mean, this section is straight liney, but what are you gonna do? There's another chopper right above me right now. And we got the coin, beautiful. You lose your first item, but you don't lose your second one from the blue shell. I think it's really, really good. I really like that. You know, in Mario Kart 7, Mario Kart 8, you did not lose any items for getting blue shelled. I mean, you had to like get shocked to lose your item in that game. It was pretty wild. So I do think that's a great balancing mechanism. Like, you lose one item from the blue shell, but if you protect your items properly, then you know, have the coin in the first slot, for example, then the second slot can be your dodge item. I'm just gonna tank it. I was considering falling off, but I think it's better just to tank it. Yeah, that's not nearly as bad as getting blue shell. You only want to fall off if you're getting blue. Should be good here. Hopefully no blue shell. Okay, so far so good. The shock. I don't see a blue shell. I think, yeah, we got this. We have a massive lead. Yeah, that one's fine. You know, we actually played a full lap there at Peach Stadium. Pretty cool. I mean, we got to, you know, ride in a speedboat, and we got to ride in a chopper. So not surprised that one made his list. That one's really cool. And let me know at the end of the video, like, which was your favorite intermission, because some of these are going to be really awesome for sure. Now we got Great Block Ruins to Faraway Oasis. Let's see if we recognize this one. We are leaving one of my favorite tracks to go to another one of my favorite tracks. I mean, couldn't they make it so you play, how cool would it be if you play the first lap of Great Block Ruins, then you play the intermission, then you play the final lap is Faraway Oasis? Like, wouldn't that be incredible? Like, I think nobody would mind the intermissions then. That would be really cool, playing a full lap of a track, then a little in-between section, another full lap. That would be better. That would be a lot better. I don't think it would make it as fun as the actual tracks, but it'd make it more interesting, and the races would be pretty long, which isn't a bad thing, I don't think, for this game, because the wait times between races online, it can get pretty lengthy for sure. All right, I do not recognize this one. This is cool. Okay, we got something new here. Where are we going? This is a massive jump. Okay. I saw a blue shell. Look at that waterfall behind us. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Unbelievable. And then we have, you know, the toads, they're just chilling, looking for some fishies or something like that. Look at the views, look at this game. This game just completely blows Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's graphics out of the water. I actually turned on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe the other day just to see what it felt like. And it felt so weird to control the vehicles. I felt like I completely forgot how to play the game. I don't know if anyone else has tried playing 8 Deluxe after playing World. It is trippy. And the biggest takeaway I had though is just the tracks felt so simplistic looking, and I always thought the 8 Deluxe tracks looked really good. And this game, like, you know, it looks good on YouTube, but it even looks better on the Switch too. You know, it's so vibrant and there's so much detail. I'm just really impressed with the track design. I just cannot wait to see what extra tracks they add. This one's incredible. This one's a top 10 track for me. And let me know also what you think. Like, did you like the idea I just mentioned? I'm sure plenty of people have had this idea. I don't think I'm the first one to think of it. But I really do think that that's a key thing, is like, there's two ways they can fix this and make it more enjoyable and have people actually like the intermissions. Uh-oh. All right, we're gonna be doing this, I guess. That was really funny. But yeah, like they have to make it so you drive a lap of the track that you're on, intermission into the next track, drive a lap of that, finish, or intermission into 2 laps of the actual track. That makes sense, right? That makes sense. Also, that one was really cool. The views were spectacular. I don't think we're beating those views, but we didn't get to ride a chopper in that one. Next up, we have Boo Cinema to Starview Peak. Oh, and I think on this one we get to drive some of Ghost Valley 1 and some of Ghost Valley 3 potentially. This might be that one. I know that's one of them coming up. So cool. See, like, I think we're on Ghost Valley 1 right now. I'm almost positive. I remember that section right there. And then, okay, yeah, everything's the same. And then right here, you see, you would usually go straight and then finish Ghost Valley 1, but now we're going this way and we're changing it up. We're changing tracks. And then maybe we're going to Ghost Valley 3, part of Ghost Valley 3 potentially. That's what it seems like. I know that there's like missions in free roam where you can play these tracks and unlock some stuff, which is great. Yeah, I think that was Ghost Valley 3 for a little bit there. So like we did like almost the full lap of Ghost Valley 1 and then like part of Ghost Valley 3. That's what it seemed like. But yeah, I mean, they could have easily done what they did with the Mario circuit with the Ghost Valleys. They could have had Ghost Valley 1, 2, and 3 together as one big track. That would have been awesome. They really could have done that. And I know they have like Choco Island and Vanilla Lake nods as well in the intermission sections. They could have done that with all these tracks. And you know, they already like put in the work to design these levels and make them beautiful looking. They could have went the extra step and made them online tracks or put them in Grand Prix mode. It didn't really make much sense to me that they had Crown City in 2 different layouts. Oh, I screwed up. And it really didn't make sense to me that they had Peach Stadium as a square, a glorified baby park, you know, rectangle, not square. Rectangle is a better term. So yeah, they could have added 2 more tracks instead of taking Ghost Valley and Choco Island or Vanilla Lake away from us when they put in the effort to make these tracks. Like, come on. That's how I feel. I mean, I just love the retro tracks. Like, that was the first Mario Kart game I played, so those tracks are so cool to me. We're going this way. Okay, we're going this way. Yeah, that was a really beautiful intermission. Not the most complicated to drive, although I did fall off on the icy section, but yeah, it looks like we are going to just be wrapping around. Super cool how you get to drive through the track like that. We don't get to do that on the actual track. I think that Starview Peak is one that I see a lot of people not too thrilled about. I'm gonna just dive off the edge, get the blue shell dodge, bam. Like, I don't think people enjoy this one that much, and I think one of the reasons why is the water at the end, but also the track is like really overscaled. Personally, I think it's a decent track. It's not bottom tier for me. It's not top tier, but I think I like it more than most people. One of the reasons why is that I think the track is actually scaled properly for 24 player. I've been playing primarily 24 player, so when I'm playing 24 player, that's like one of my biggest issues. Also, someone commented telling me that this yellow rail is faster than the water, so I'm gonna try to take the yellow rail more often. I don't know if that's true. Let me know if that's true. It doesn't feel that much faster, but it might be slightly faster, and like any advantage I can have in worldwides will help me get to 10,000. So yeah, I'm definitely down to get better at this game any way possible. Always appreciate all the advice. We have Koopa Beach 2 aka Koopa Troopa Beach. You guys know how I feel about that by now. And we're gonna be going to Peach Stadium. Let's see what this one looks like. This one really has straight line vibes so far. I don't know. Maybe it'll be pretty good. We'll see, we'll see. Okay. Interesting start. Okay, we're going right underneath the Crown Bridge. I think Crown City looks really cool, by the way. Like, I actually like it a lot as a track the more I play it. And as for Peach Stadium, I don't know. Peach Stadium is okay. I think that Peach Stadium should not be a Special Cup track, right? Like, it doesn't feel like Special Cup. It feels like Flower Cup. So, Acorn Heights, Special Cup, that makes sense to me. I think the Acorn Heights is really, really good. And then we also have Mario Circuit in the Special Cup, which is baffling, right? Mario Circuit in the Special Cup is crazy. I don't think that Mario Circuit is really worthy of that. I think that's a Shell Cup track or something, right? You know? And then, what else? I mean, yeah, then we just have Rainbow Road. So I only think 2 of the 4 Special Cup tracks really make sense. And then, besides that, the other Special Cup tracks should be Bowser's Castle, 100%. And then, it should, like, unquestionably be Dry Bones Burnout. That's another really difficult track. But I mean, I get why they couldn't do it that way. Like, they're trying to make it all connect with the straight lines, with the intermissions here. So I understand why they didn't do it the way that I thought they should. But still, it's a very questionable Special Cup. I do understand why they put the Special Cup, like, as the last cup. I always thought it was kind of odd with the layout, how you have, like, essentially the Special Cup be the 4th out of the 8 cups, or, you know, it wasn't really the last cup. It was more like the Lightning Cup was the last cup in Mario Kart. And the Special Cup should be the last cup. So I didn't really have an issue with them, like, putting the cups in a different order. I was totally fine with that. But yeah, the actual tracks themselves in the Special Cup were a bit confusing. And then in general, like, they really just said, screw the formula, because they put all these retro tracks in the first, you know, Mushroom Flower Star Cup, and I didn't really understand that decision either. But you know, they really changed the retros a lot, so I guess you could argue they're almost like brand new tracks. Next we have Shy Guy Bizaar into Airship Fortress. Very exciting. I think I've seen this one. This one should be pretty amazing, because I'm almost positive I've played this one at least once. I think this one has like a wraparound spiral before we get to Airship Fortress, if I remember correctly. And I'm looking at the mini map and I think I'm right. Let's go. Yeah, you guys are gonna love this one. This one's so good. Let's see, where do we want to go? We'll just draft Wario. Oh, thank you, Wario. Charging Chuck is gonna draft me. Oh, we're going this way. We're going this way. Okay. Spam, spam, spam. Red shell. We're gonna steal this dash food. Let's go. Okay, interesting. We're gonna get over here because I do not want to deal with the Hammer Bros. No, thank you. I think we can dodge them. Yeah, so if we're on the rail, we could dodge the Hammer Bros. That's really good. Yeah, this one, in my head, when I was thinking of like the best intermissions, this was one that stood out to me. I thought this was one of the best. I thought it was really interesting. We'll see how I feel playing it again. Oh, I just messed up. I messed up again. Whoops. Okay, this is kind of cool. It feels like dry desert right here with the giant sand vortex, or kind of like Chain Chomp, no, Thwomp Desert, the battle stage from Mario Kart Wii. It kind of feels like that a little bit too. So really like that section. We got a big off-road cut over here, straight ahead, and then we're gonna get to the spiral coming up. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's good when they actually like feature non-straight line sections. Like, look at the spiral here. Like, this is so random. Like, this is really cool though. They could have just had us blast the Airship Fortress right now, but instead we're gonna be driving massive upward spiral. Whoa, almost fell off. You could probably trick off those poles, almost guarantee it. Right there. You could probably do some shortcut. There's probably some pretty cool shortcuts on the straight line sections that people just haven't really explored because there's no time trial mode for them. Okay, this is fine. This is awesome too. Like, what a cool entrance to Airship Fortress. We're on like the bottom of it right now, and then we're gonna be going underneath Airship Fortress. Yeah. We've seen this one. I believe this one's a Knockout Tour as well. I mean, incredible. Like, don't really have an issue with this one. It's interesting. My thing though is like I'm not a huge fan of one lap tracks. Rainbow Road and DK Spaceport are the only ones in this game for the actual levels. I just like how, like, you know, you don't really know what's coming up in front of you whenever you're playing 3 laps, because you have to deal with all of the hazards and traps that other people set for you in previous laps. But when you're playing, you know, when you're just playing the track 1 lap and you're in first, you know there's gonna be nothing in front of you, and it's not as engaging to me as like playing the 3 lap tracks. Like, I'm a huge fan of 3 lap tracks. Even 2 laps is fine. That's better than 1 lap. 5 laps is okay as well, but usually the 5 lap tracks are like, you know, Koopa Troopa Beach is just a square with some curvy edges. So, yeah, overall, it's the only downside about the straight lines. Like, even the ones that I really like that was one of the best ones, it's still like playing a 1 lap track. And, you know, they introduced those in Mario Kart 7 with the Woohoo Loop, Maka Woohoo, and Rainbow Road, and I thought Rainbow Road was really good, but I didn't really care for the Wii Sports tracks very much. Now we have Desert Hills into Koopa Troopa Beach. Whoa, this is a massive one. Insanity. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see what we have here. This looks like it's a 5-minute race. We're going through half the world. I'm excited. I don't know if I know this one. I've known most of them so far. I'm realizing I know more of this game than I expected. Alright, so we're headed through Desert Hills backwards. I mean, we're just leaving Desert Hills, actually. Yeah, we just left Desert Hills. Fail. Bad throw. Definitely looks a little familiar. This one looks familiar. I think I've seen this one. I'm not exactly sure if I've seen them all. Like, so far, it's hard for me to remember which ones are which. So I'm just kind of going off like a familiar feeling. I played this game so much in the last 2 weeks, it's insane. So like, I feel like my memory is just getting overwritten, mainly with like strats for the main tracks. Like, I have the main tracks down really well. I know them every single corner, every single bit of off-road. I feel like getting better at them every single day. You know, improving rapidly. One of the most fun things about a new Mario Kart is just the rapid improvement cycle that happens. You know, you get so used to playing the same Mario Kart game with the same physics engine, or in my case, like I was switching between Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Mario Kart Wii for a couple years as the Booster Course Pass was releasing, and that was really confusing, getting used to the physics. But yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with this game. They changed everything again. Like, you play 8 Deluxe, not that much translates. You really got to learn a whole new engine. It's crazy. I got a water section. Probably trick off this. Oh, that rock destroyed me. Now we can do a mini shortcut. This is off-road. Yeah. We'll go this way. I don't know if I've seen this section. This is really cool. I feel like I'm in Zion National Park almost. This is awesome. Okay. Gonna get blue. Spam. Super horn. Oh, no super horn. I even lost my banana now. Okay. Oh, we can trick off that for sure. Let's go. Really cool. Get away from charging Chuck. Thank you, Toads. Look at that. Look at the Crown City in the distance. That looks so cool. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, this one's awesome. This is extremely long. What's this section gonna be like? Still have not found a UFO, by the way. I'm looking for the UFO. Okay, and then look at that over there. There's DK Spaceport to the right, and there's Crown City to the left. Amazing world building. I mean, Double Dash was like the first game that really did that, where they had the worlds connected. The Mario Kart World was so connected. You know, you could be on one track and you can look in a direction and see another track. That was just incredible how they did that. And then for Mario Kart Wii, it really didn't have much of that, but Mario Kart 8 brought it back. Like, if you look at like Sunshine Airport, it was always so cool seeing the track names of all the different tracks you'd go visit from the airport. Thought that was incredible. And they've just taken it to the millionth degree with Mario Kart World here. Also, I've seen this section. I'm pretty sure we already drove this section. I think we drove it in the opposite direction though, actually. Yeah, no, I've definitely played this one. I've played so much, I recognize most of these. Really cool. So yeah, this one is another one that I feel similar to Choco Mountain on, because, you know, think about it. This is a track that is so short that we need at least 2 laps of it. Ideally, we should drive 3 laps of this one because it's so short. Like, we're at the end. Like, we spent a long time on that straight line, and then we're spending just like 20 seconds on the actual racetrack. Like, it should be 2 laps on most of the levels once you get there, and then it should be 3 laps of driving on Koopa Troopa Beach. That's how I feel. Now we have Choco Mountain to Whistle Stop Summit. What do we have in store for us here? Oh, I think this one is gonna feature some of Choco Island. This looks like Choco Island right now, doesn't it? It totally does. Yeah, the little swervy section, the piranha plants, the whole thing. It looks like we just went through a tiny little part of, yeah, a tiny little part of Choco Island or Choco Island 2, and now we're leaving. Okay. I'm so terrified of the charging chucks. Like, you know, I used to be terrified of the cataquacks and the sidesteppers. And now the charging chucks are now public enemy #1 in my eyes. Especially after that Choco Mountain race the other day. I still have not forgot how I got charging chucked twice. Twice in one race, and one of them was at the finish line in the off-road while I was doing a shortcut. Oh my gosh. If you guys have kept up with the daily uploads, I'm sure you've seen how unbelievably impossible it is to get to 10,000 VR. Getting to 9,000 was already such a hurdle. We played so much to get there. And then, yeah, I think what I gotta do, honestly, is I really gotta just practice them in time trials and just run a ton of races and get used to all the different scenarios and where people use the shocks and what the best item strategy is. There's still so much I need to learn from a strategy standpoint, because, you know, you can have the tracks down, you can learn so much about the game, but in the end of the day, you know, your strategy is what's really going to set you apart from the other players. That's where you get to have a lot of creativity, and it makes a huge difference. Certain players have it figured out much better than other players, because the driving on the ground is still pretty simple at the end of the day. It's nothing too crazy. So the item strategy and just plotting your success is a big part of this game. All right. So far, we're chilling. I mean, I recognize this section for sure. Like, we like just drove this in the other direction. No. Oh, that's fine. Take my point. Never mind. Okay, red shell. Good timing. Oh, spam, spam, spam. Unfortunate. We still got our coin. Go, go, go. There's a massive shortcut. Oh, what are those? Armadillos? Yo, oh! Wow, good to know. Good to know. Jeez. That was insane. Oh my gosh, it was like Donphin, the Pokemon. That's what it reminded me of right there. I'm in 5th. Got armadilloed. Unbelievable. All right, we're good. We're good. Lock in. No, what happened? Oh, this is the first bit of adversity we've had so far against the CPUs. Pressure's on. Shortcut time. Yes. We got this. We cannot lose. We haven't lost today. We cannot lose. I can't turn. I can't turn. Help! Help! We got first. Next up, we got Acorn Heights to Mario Circuit. Don't recognize this one so far. Beautiful though. Kind of bummed we're leaving Acorn Heights. Beautiful track. The more I think about it, like, the more I want to play the game with the actual track first, and then the intermission. I think it really makes sense. It's kind of a tease when it's like, oh, Acorn Heights, we're starting Acorn Heights. Oh, we're leaving. Goodbye. Haha. I get why they like doing it online. It's like, oh, you just played the track, now we're traveling to the next one. Like, I see the gimmick they're going for. I see what they're going for. I don't know about the execution. I think another way you could fix these is if you added 200cc. What if, like, the intermissions were 200cc? Because that would make bagging more difficult. because people would be breaking away a lot faster. So bagging, I don't think it would be broken the same way. The problem right now is, I've said this in so many videos and people keep asking me anyway. People say, well, what's the difference? Why does it matter whether you're playing a straight line or you're just driving 2 laps of the track before the last lap of the track? It's like, okay, it is so much easier to get a breakaway on an actual track. You can do so many better trap spots. You can do so many shortcuts. There's actual difficult turns people can mess up on. There's actual difficult turns people can fall off on. The reasons and the list go on and on and on. So please understand that it is way easier to get a breakaway on the actual tracks. On the straight lines, yeah, maybe you can get a little breakaway against the CPUs, but playing them, there's blue shells. At the end of the day, let's be honest, people are not really messing up on these tracks. Like, there's not really much to mess up on the straight lines. So that is the reason. People have such an easy time bagging for whatever items they want, and then nobody can really get a breakaway, so then it just becomes who bagged the best at the end. And that's not really ideal, is it? That's not how we want the game to be from a competitive standpoint. It's not the end of the world, don't get me wrong, but, you know, I have some pretty strong opinions after putting like 100 hours into this game. We got the super horn, we're set. Okay, nice. We got Mario Circuit here at the end. Nice, peaceful, relaxing driving here. You can actually trick off that little speaker pole right there. But, you know, you can't cut the U-turn. I tried, it didn't count. Yo, perfect shortcut at the end, let's go, and we beat the blue shell. Depending on how much knowledge you have of this game, you may be a little surprised on how this next intermission ends. Some of you already know where I'm going from, you know, talking about this, and others will be quite surprised, so I don't want to spoil too much. In fact, I don't even really want to spoil where we're going, because that may give it away. So this should be a fun one. Here we go. We started at Wario Stadium. I know you guys knew that much. Where are we going? Who knows? Where are we going? Oh yeah, that bridge over there on the right, you can do like infinite tricks off that bridge. It's super cool. On free roam, I was checking out that bridge the other day. I mean, it's really... Wait, did I go the wrong way? Oh, whoops. But anyway, there's so many cool places you can discover on free roam. It's really awesome. Nintendo just has to do like a better job of the reward system on free roam. I don't really understand why they make it so you can see like how many question mark panels you've hit, but you can't see other things. Like, I want to know how many Peach medallions I got in each section. That makes sense to me. I don't understand. Do you guys understand? Like, why would they hide the Peach medallions or the P-switch? You know, the P-switch from us? Like, I don't get it. Okay, anyway. They'll probably add that in a future update, right? Get wrecked Wario, let's go. So, in 3, 2, 1, we are entering, not Shy Guy Bizaar, we're leaving Shy Guy Bizaar, we're going to Daisy's Palace. I don't know if that's the official name for it, but that's what I've heard people calling it online. This is so cool. A hidden track built into one of the intermissions. This is genius, and there's 2 routes here. Like, give us 2 laps on this cool track. Like, this is like the intermission I feel like that needs to be included the most. Whoa, there's even 2 routes there. See, this is like a full-fledged track. There's multiple routes, multiple different directions. It's great. This is so cool. I'm just sad it's almost over. Like, I want to play another lap of this, at least. And then how does this one end? I've only played this one time. So cool. Oh yeah, so we're going through Shy Guy Bizaar again, it looks like, at the end here. And then, oh, not really though, just barely, and then there's a little shortcut at the end. 10 out of 10, easily my favorite. What a cool ending. Next, we're gonna do Wario Stadium to Dry Bones Burnout, because I don't think I've done this one, and also it's a really long one, so I'm kind of curious what we're doing here, what we have in store for us. Should be a good time. Right, immediately a lot going on here. Very cool. Yeah, this is detailed. Yeah, this is really beautiful. Love this so far. Snipe! Looks like we're entering Bowser's Castle, not Dry Bones Burnout. It looks like we're entering a Bowser's Castle track right now. Look how cool this is. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, interesting. So I've been on this section before, but they're making me go to the left. Do you see this? Usually you can go both directions. Super curious. Okay, now we're going around. Interesting. Okay. This has got a lot going on. I mean, see, for 24 player, some of these sections really work out, but just a little too simplistic. Like, that was such a cool section visually, but driving it was a snooze fest. So that's kind of the downside. Like, you kind of can't get best of both worlds with these intermissions. Like, a lot of the coolest sections, like when we were passing that waterfall early on in this video, that was beyond amazing. But the driving itself was lackluster during that portion. We were just chilling, you know? We're just not really doing too much. Alright, we have the perfect setup here. Coin, mushroom, as long as there's no red shells. But yeah, I definitely have not seen this one. This is really cool. Look at this, look at this. Bonefish! No, get out of the way! I've already got armadilloed. I don't need to get bonefished. Okay, we're good, we're good. Yeah, this one visually is top 3 for me, but gameplay wise, it's kind of whatever. It's just decent. But yeah, like, let me know what you guys like thought of this video concept. I wanted to showcase more of the game, but I didn't want to, you know, speed run 200 straight lines. I didn't have it in me to do it. And then, you know, I'm sure like you guys will eventually see all the straight lines in my videos if you keep watching, but I don't know how long that'll be, because considering I have higher VR now, I don't know how many times we're gonna really see these intermissions. The fact that I didn't see a single one, think about it, it doesn't even tell you online, it doesn't even tell you who voted for what. There's no me or name attached. There's none of that. So there's no accountability. And what makes that interesting to me is like, people are still voting. It's not like there's people that secretly, oh, that sucks. There's not people that like secretly like the straight lines, and because nobody knows who votes for what, people are picking them. It's like, no, like literally nobody is picking them. Like, the last 2.5 hours of online I've played, we did not play a single straight line since the patch came out. Maybe Nintendo made random, like, get chosen more, because I mean, some, like, you know, the first Worldwide I played, there were still people picking straight lines. The second Worldwide, it was literally 24 out of 24 random every single time. Last race, and these final 3 have been on his A tier intermissions, while the first 9 were his S tier ones, which is interesting to me. Yo, this is cool. I've definitely never seen this one. Whoa. But yeah, he had the Daisy's Palace intermission in A tier, but that's like the easiest S tier ever for me, but because it's like we're literally getting to play a really cool track that deserves to be a track. Like, Nintendo, you could have easily not had Crown City and Peach Stadium be featured twice. Look at this! This is crazy! Wow! Oh my gosh! That was so cool. Anyway, yeah, so you could have easily put Daisy's Palace in and Ghost Valley 1, 2, 3 remix, and there you go, bam, 32 tracks instead of 30. Because I think the thing that bothers me more than like the order of the cups, or like them putting retros in the first 4 cups, I think what bothers me the most is there's only 30 tracks and not 32. Like, why do we have 2 less tracks? That's super weird to me. And they have the tracks, like they literally made them and they're ready to go, and it would take very little effort for them to add them. Who knows, maybe they'll be added as DLC in the future and they'll even be spruced up a bit. Who knows what Nintendo, like what plans they have for Mario Kart World. I'm sure they have some big ones. They have to. This game's gonna sell. This game is gonna sell units, straight up. Like, it seriously will. I think that there's a lot of people who bought the Switch 2 just for Mario Kart World, because the Mario Kart community, like, we have diehards for it. Absolute diehards. People love the Mario Kart games. They play every single one, myself included. Doesn't matter what Mario Kart it is, what console it's on, we're getting the new Mario Kart games. Like, I even, you know, got Mario Kart Home Circuit. Like, I'll get every single one. Oh, this is so cool. We're playing it backwards. See, this is interesting too. Like, I do like the idea of like playing them backwards, playing the levels backwards on the intermissions. That's a very fun way to mix it up. But let us play 2 laps of it backwards. I remember like all the videos being released. There's so many YouTube videos, people saying backwards mode added, mirror mode is gone. Nope, we're just playing straight lines with a little backwardsness at the end. This is so cool though. I've never played Wario Stadium backwards. I'm like remembering the layout as it's happening. Okay, we need to go this way. Whee! Probably some really cool backward shortcuts on the levels as well. Alright, we should be able to get the W. Okay, we did not lose today to the CPUs. Feels good. Let me know. Number 1, what was your favorite intermission you saw in this video? And number 2, let me know what your favorite intermission is that I didn't play. Like, what track did it start on? What track did it end on? Because this was really fun to record. I actually had such a good time because I was just viewing it almost as like someone who's playing the game for the first time. Because for Mario Kart games, it's like, yeah, sure, when the game comes out, you might go through the whole entire game in a couple days or one day for that matter. But because there's so much content in this game with all of the intermissions that we still haven't seen them all, even though we've sunk 100 hours into this game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the straight line episode of the Mario Kart World. Almost daily uploads. We're gonna try to do like every other day, but I'm gonna try to keep putting the YouTube shorts out as much as I can. So yeah, let me know what you think, and that is pretty much it. All right, peace.